But you can't eat just one, a slogan that's become forever tied to one of the most irresistible snacks in the world. We're talking about Lay's potato chips, those addictively thin and crispy slices that have turned everyday snacking into, well, a full-blown obsession. With over $4 billion in annual sales and flavors that honestly boggle the mind, like Valentina and lime, crispy taco and BLT sandwich, Lay's has gone way beyond the basics. So what kind of potato wizardry transforms ordinary spuds into these golden wafers of temptation? It's time to let the chip out of the bag as we crunch our way through the Lay's factory just ahead on Made Vision. Bet you can't eat just one. A slogan that's become forever tied to one of the most irresistible snacks in the world. We're talking about Lay's potato chips, those addictively thin and crispy slices that have turned everyday snacking into a full-blown obsession, with over $4 billion in annual sales and flavors that really boggle the mind, like Valentina and lime, crispy taco and BLT sandwich. Lay's has gone way beyond the basics. So, what kind of potato wizardry transforms ordinary spuds into these golden wafers of temptation? It's time to let the chip out of the bag as we crunch our way through the Lay's factory just ahead on Made Vision. There are a few different accounts on how the potato chip was invented, but one popular tale dates back to 1853 at the Moon Lake House restaurant in Saratoga Springs, New York. Legend has it that chef George Crumb, known for his fiery personality, was dealing with a particularly fussy diner who insisted his fried potatoes were cut too thick. In frustration, Crumb sliced a fresh batch paper thin, fried them to a perfect crisp, and seasoned them generously with salt. To Crumb's surprise, the diner loved the crispy slices, and soon so did everyone else. News of the tasty new Saratoga chips quickly traveled far and wide, and Crumb's accidental kitchen experiment slowly evolved into the beloved snack we now call the potato chip. During the early 1930s, innovations like wax paper bags and better frying technology sparked the birth of many small regional potato chip companies across America. But one rose above all others to dominate the industry: H.W. Lay, founded by Herman Lay in 1939. Decades later, LAY's still dominates the chip world, and by the early 2000s, the company took chip perfection to new heights by developing its own proprietary potato aimed to deliver consistency with every chip. This specialized spud is part of what's known as the FL Cultivar series, and its exact name isn't publicly disclosed. But we do know it's a breed from the Russet and Snowden varieties, developed with these three key traits. The first is high starch, which creates that distinctive crispy texture. The second is low sugar. Potatoes with a high sugar content will caramelize under high heat, turning the chips an unappealing brown color. And third is a much thinner skin, which minimizes peel waste during the production process. These potatoes are, in fact, so unique they're protected by their own US plant patent, the ultimate proof of how seriously Lay's takes your snacking pleasure. Lay's sources these special proprietary spuds from farms across more than 25 US states, making it easier for factories to keep a steady supply of fresh tubers close by. The planting season kicks off in the spring, allowing the crops to take full advantage of the long days and warm sunshine. After about 3 to 4 months of growing underground, the potatoes are ready for harvest during the summer. Because potatoes are tubers and grow underground, they use this specialized harvester to uproot them. It digs about 10 inches beneath the surface, lifting the whole plant, roots, stones, and soil, all in one big sweep. Then everything rides up onto this graded, vibrating conveyor that shakes away dirt and debris, sorting through as many as 40,000 potatoes every minute. The freshly unearthed spuds are then moved up and over the machine and loaded into this dump truck, traveling alongside the harvester, keeping the operation moving smoothly. In hotter regions like Florida, though, time is of the essence. If the potatoes sit too long underground during the intense heat, they can actually start cooking in the soil. After the collection truck is filled, it heads over to the nearby storage barn that's built to handle massive quantities of fresh potatoes. Once at the storage barn, the truck's rear gate lifts open, releasing the crop onto a system of sieves and shakers. This setup bounces the spuds vigorously, knocking away any stubborn soil, small rocks and plant matter still attached. Next, the potatoes move along a conveyor into this optical sorter. In a matter of seconds, the machine detects and removes any stones or flawed tubers. The discarded spuds find a second life, though, being collected and later used on the farm as a nutritious cattle feed. Still dusted with a light layer of soil, the conveyor machine gently loads the potatoes into these giant wooden crates. Then they're hauled into this enormous cold storage cellar, capable of holding around 40 million potatoes at a time. Time inside the cellar, a circulating air system keeps the temperature steady at 45 degrees Fahrenheit with about 85% humidity. This cool, humid environment keeps the spuds in a dormant state, stopping any new sprouts from forming. The darkness of the cellar, combined with the thin coating of soil, protects them from light exposure and helps lock in moisture until it's time to send them to the factory. They'll typically rest here for a few weeks to several months, when the Frito-Lay factory orders. Washing potatoes starts when a new potato shipment comes in. Forklifts transfer the wooden crates from cold storage onto this conveyor, leading to the washing area. The potatoes then fall into a fast-moving water flume. The rushing water strips away the protective soil layer as they swim through the channel. Then they roll across a series of stiff brushes that remove any persistent dirt, while powerful water jets rinse them spotless from every angle. The spotless spuds now move on to the next step. Transport to factory begins with this van loader conveyor that places them directly into the back of a semi-trailer. These shipments then head straight to the factory, where the potatoes will be transformed into Lay's Classic in less than 24 hours. Upon the truck's arrival at the next stage, things really get moving. Unloading at the factory, the trailer is positioned onto this hydraulic platform that tilts it to a 30-degree angle. Gravity then does its thing, sending thousands of spuds cascading down onto a waiting conveyor, leading inside the facility. Buoyancy test. So immediately after entering the building, a worker pulls a random batch of potatoes to check their buoyancy, or their flesh-to-water ratio using a hydrometer. The batch gets submerged in a water vat, revealing their exact starch and water levels. These readings are then sent directly to the fryers, where, the cooking times are adjusted for that specific batch, creating the perfect Lay's chip every single time. Fry test. That same batch is also sent to the kitchen for a fry test. After slicing and cooking, technicians check for sugar content. Potatoes with too much sugar tend to caramelize and turn brown under high heat. But thanks to Frito-Lay's proprietary grown spuds, the results are spot on, and this batch moves on to the next stage of production. Despite their initial cleaning at the farm, all inbound potatoes receive another precautionary wash, just in case. This additional bath, eliminates any lingering soil or debris that might harm the delicate peeling machines or, any downstream equipment. Up next, the potatoes travel into one of these 6 industrial-sized peeling machines, each lined with a coarse, abrasive material. The tumbling motion against these abrasive walls removes their skins while water jets wash away the peels. Together, these 6 powerful peelers can process more than 4 million potatoes daily. After peeling, they roll beneath this advanced camera system that scans them in real time. In just milliseconds, these cameras can instantly distinguish rotting or visible defects. The system then flicks out the unwanted spuds mid-air via a powerful mechanical finger, diverting them for alternative uses. After clearing inspection, the potatoes enter this screw deck sorter. These massive plastic screws rotate as the spuds pass over, allowing smaller ones to drop through the gaps. The larger ones remain on top and continue to the next station, where these large blades split them in half, slicing them perfectly, just the way they're needed for the next step.